someone want to count me down and I'll do the intro?
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. You are here for Your Weekly Chirp. This is actually the inaugural episode. This is very
Inaugural. We're getting picked up by a network.
Yeah. Well, this is our first one, and this is very exciting. So, this has been months in the making.
Literal months.
Yeah. And we still are holding our microphones.
Weeks of me trying to find my mic in my basement.
I blame Amazon for us holding our mics.
We have been working on this for months, and I have to hold my microphone in my hand this entire episode.
At least you got the little cap.
The room looks nice. I'll say that.
Yeah.
We're very proud of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just start by saying, my name is Cody. I'm a college student. No job. I'm an engineering major. And I will let these guys introduce themselves.
My name's Kobey. I'm a college student at Indiana University. I'm a cashier at our family convenience store.
Oh, I'm Sam Stegemeyer. I am also a college student, surprisingly. I'm a film major, and yeah, I have no job. Thumbs down, what?
You're gonna make movies, dude.
Yeah, but that helped set up the audio.
Exactly. You guys know everything. I'm just here for the content.
All right, nice.
Wow.
Great start, I'd say.
That could not have gone any better.
And the Oscar goes to
Me for that
Alrighty.
amazing intro.
So what should we talk about first? A lot of stuff in the media this past week, I should say. It's Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Today's Flag Day.
Today is Flag Day. Today is controversially number 45's birthday too.
Yeah, speaking of flags, how about that NASCAR?
Oh god.
That was a phenomenal segue. I will just say. Yeah, NASCAR banned the Confederate flag at all of their events.
I think that is like a huge push for progression because you have this company that is, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like a lot of people in the South like NASCAR. You know, you got like the Daytona, Talladega, and all of that. So if like that company's willing to ban it. I also saw the Marines banned it.
That's good.
So.
Speaking of which, I drove through Missouri today and saw 3 Confederate flags.
I mean, dude, they're everywhere, I swear.
Dude, I don't know. The Confederate flag is so weird to me. Like, who just like willingly raises it? Like,
I just think it's weird. Like, we're from Illinois, a Union state in the Civil War, but I see that flag at least once a day when I'm out driving. And just like
People have it on their license plate.
yeah, it's like
you are from Illinois. Like,
you were on the north side.
the president that led the Civil War was from our state.
Exactly.
And you fly the Confederate. No, but I don't know, man. I think NASCAR banning that was like a huge push and kind of like shocking.
Oh yeah.
That they did that.
well, it's just like, all right. If anything, the Confederate flag is like, it was the Confederacy, like the people that left the United States because they didn't want to be like under their oppression. But it's like, how can you be like, oh, God bless America, but let me raise this treasonous flag.
Let me raise the treason flag.
It's
Let's go. They should raise the white flag because they lost. Like, you know, you have the United States flag, then every flag has to be underneath it.
Yeah.
You should have the Confederate flag and then like a white flag. You know, in the or like that episode of Spongebob, whenever they're in the snowball fight, Patrick raises the white little flag. Yeah.
It's at half-mast right now.
Speaking of SpongeBob, dude, apparently today, SpongeBob's gay.
Yeah, Nickelodeon put a tweet up on Twitter with a couple. So the weird thing about that is, and that's why everybody is saying SpongeBob's gay, or at least part of the LGBT community, is the other people in that tweet are characters in Nickelodeon shows that are canonically gay.
So they are gay. That was my question.
Yeah, so the one's Korra, because I read up about this today. I knew Korra was gay because she's in the Legend of Korra, the Avatar spinoff.
She's gay?
That's what I read.
I saw things of her like kissing Aang or something. I haven't seen the show, so my bad.
I
Well,
feel like
she could be bisexual.
I feel like us like growing up watching SpongeBob, like at first it was just SpongeBob, like you didn't really judge or know because we were kids.
Sexuality wasn't a thing to us back then.
Right, but then like you get older and you go back and watch episodes because like it's still obviously a fantastic show, and you just see stunts that's like, all right, like I can see where they like kind of SpongeBob.
Well, apparently the other guy, like the actual like real person in there, he's from Henry Danger, a show that I've never watched because it's probably awful.
I've never seen. I don't even know what that is.
But he was like, I know for a fact when I read that he's canonically gay in the show. So that's like the whole point of like, is SpongeBob gay?
I saw this tweet today of the video where they're leaving in that moving truck and Squidward like basically told him to like F off and they're driving and SpongeBob's like, bye Mr. Krabs, bye Squidward, bye Squidward. And Patrick like gave him the look and he's like, I like Squidward. Like that's just one like kind of
like, I don't know, it just kind of, I know it's Pride Month, so it didn't really come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But in a way, it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just like something so weird. Like, I don't know. Like
there's nothing wrong with it.
The fact
obviously.
that TMZ reported it, they like somehow randomly report everything first.
Yeah, it was like TMZ did it first, and
they reported Kobey's death. R.I.P.
They did. I checked Twitter and I go, is this like real or was that just TMZ? And yeah, I saw the tweet.
I guess TMZ is like in 2020 so far is like we're done taking the BS. We're gonna be legit now. So they're just finding out everything.
But then Nickelodeon kind of pulled a J.K. Rowling whenever she announced that Dumbledore was gay, out of nowhere.
Well, isn't the actor himself gay too?
I don't think the actor is gay.
I swear he is.
It's not Ian McKellen. Well, he played
Ian McKellen isn't in Harry Potter.
No, or the actual actor from Harry Potter. I didn't know if you were thinking Ian McKellen.
I need to look up.
I've never seen Harry Potter. I don't know.
Harry Potter movies are fantastic.
The books are pretty good.
No, I tried to read the book. I
remember
don't have that attention span.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson movie is awful.
Yeah, but Disney Plus is
the first Percy Jackson movie is so bad. Like even as a kid, I was like, this movie sucks.
I thought it was dope because I was a kid.
Yeah. No, he's gay.
He's gay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Which, I mean, like, that doesn't... I don't know, because I remember, like, this, like, previous actor, I don't even know his...
Was it the first or the second Dumbledore?
Well, yeah.
There were two actors.
Michael Gambon, that's his name. And he,
There's more than one Dumbledore?
There was original Dumbledore.
Well, 3, technically, if you count the new movies.
There's 3 Dumbledores?
I've never seen those movies.
I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one.
Yeah. But so, like, what was J.K. Rowling doing exactly? Like, to kind of, like, that ties along with this.
Well, she, like, retconned a bunch of stuff. Isn't that, like, the whole point of, like, because she, like, right around when she retconned Dumbledore being gay, she, like, basically said that she, imagined Hermione as being black and how she was, like, really mad that the movies made her, like, white.
So was she kind of, like, switching up everything, or?
Yeah.
I thought it was someone that tweeted at her saying, hey, just read the books, they were good, but you should have put some, like, gay characters in there. And I thought she said reread it with Dumbledore in mind. Something like that.
Because I know...
And you see it. Like, you do see it when you read it. But
yeah. I know, like, didn't some actors call her out about, like, her tweeting controversial stuff?
Yeah, she just did that recently.
Or kind of, like, switching up the script a little bit.
I don't know what she said exactly recently, but apparently Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson were, furious with her.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think it's crazy how Emma Watson and them, when they started the movie out, they were like 15 or whatever. They were so young, but then like through the years, they just got so much older. I mean, Harry Potter is one of like my favorite movie franchises.
They're so good.
I think it's very good.
Yeah, me too.
The books are good too.
We watch them every time they're on. That and The Incredibles.
Incredibles is very good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like one of those, I don't know if it was Spike or somebody used to do like the Harry Potter marathons, like they do with the Star Wars marathons and everything else.
They didn't show Harry Potter and Star Wars on TV for about 5 years, and then all of a sudden they just came out of nowhere.
Really?
I think it was around the time that Disney bought Star Wars or Lucasfilm.
Because Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
The thing about they do it is, I swear, I see like the original, not the original trilogy, but the prequels more than the original trilogy, and I kind of get mad because I'm a fan of the original trilogy more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because episodes 1 and 2 just don't make sense half the time.
Wasn't a fan of the new ones. Just gonna say that.
Yeah, episode 8 was pretty trash.
Such a disappointment.
Well,
It got great reviews, and
But I
watching
mean-
that movie, I'm like, how?
I mean, Mickey Mouse is making the movies, so you can't really like. I don't know.
True.
Disney's good with like their cartoons, and the old Disney Channel shows were good, but now they're just. I don't know.
Their biggest thing right now is Marvel. That and
True.
Avatar.
They
The
have-
fact they bought Avatar, that's insane.
I haven't been to the Avatar like park in Disney World, but it looks amazing.
I never go to Disney World. I always go to Universal.
I love Universal too, but
Never
the
been to
Avatar park
either.
looks really cool. What'd you say?
I've never been to either of them.
Never been to Disney World?
No,
Dude, Disney World's a treat.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make the lightsabers really bad.
Dude, the lightsabers look dope.
Whenever I
I
go,
know.
like I still have the shakes because I see a giant Mickey Mouse coming towards me and I get excited. I'm just like,
Did you see that video of Mrs. Incredible walking out on stage and
She
she
did.
fell and like her face fell off and she had to pick it up and walk back?
like the person that was in the suit,
Yeah.
the Mrs. Incredible suit.
Yeah, it was really funny because there were people just clapping in front, and then they stopped, and then they started clapping when she started walking back.
I wonder to know how much those people get paid, because if you think about it, they have to walk around a park that's huge, dressed as a mouse all day, and in Florida it's like really hot.
I wonder how much they spend on those costumes.
Oh, Disney?
Yeah,
I have no idea, man. But there's like
mascot costumes are insanely expensive.
I want to know how much they make for that, because that's like pretty tiring after a while, dude. Especially you got like kids and some of them are jerks and they'll like kick you or step on your shoe, or
Yeah,
like Mickey Mouse doesn't get enough credit.
I don't know.
But no, the Star Wars park in Disney World where you can build the lightsaber and stuff, I've heard that's really cool. I haven't been, and they have like the most Isley pub. Yeah.
I saw someone on TikTok review the Star Wars food, and he said it was phenomenal. I don't remember any of the names though.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Speaking of a galaxy that's far away but not too far, did you guys see that the LA Galaxy's player,
These
his wife, got him kicked off the team for that tweet?
I don't know what she tweeted.
Yeah, what did
know
she
it
say?
was
I actually
She
don't remember.
tweeted
Racist.
something. Yeah, like it was about the protesters and what they were doing, and with like the rioting, looting, all of that. And she tweeted like something super negative against them, and it was basically like she had a very racist tweet.
Oh.
And the LA Galaxy took charge, which I mean, as you should, like you can't
Yeah.
tweet stuff like that. But I don't understand why they hurt the player.
Yeah.
When like he can't control what his wife does.
Yeah, how do you like punish a player for something that he didn't do?
I mean, if I was the husband, like I would be like through the roof mad, like
Yeah.
because now you got to think what other team is gonna pick him up.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not a big MLS fan. I don't know if he was super good or not, but the fact that this guy lost his professional sports career because of his wife being dumb on social media is like I would sue.
Yeah,
Be
it
like-
seems like it's a little out of hand.
I'd be like, I'm
But-
suing you, wife.
Yeah.
I'm taking the kids and I'm suing you.
Like her tweet in no way affected his performance as a player.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
Yeah.
I mean?
now he's like in all over the media, and
It wasn't him.
I know
Yeah.
exactly. He's kind of like taking the burden for something that he didn't really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're still out there protesting and stuff, so
Yeah.
they won't
crazy.
change for sure. Yeah, but one thing I don't understand is why did they cancel Live PD?
Oh my
I
god.
swear that. Do you guys know that channel A&E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like all of a post or
That
not
was like their
post.
biggest show was Cops,
Yeah, like I think Cops.
and they had to exit.
I think Cops personally is funny
Cops is really funny.
because all the cops are like your typical like big donut eating, like coffee, and they're just like chasing after these guys in the field, and like they can't catch up, but somehow, some way they find them, and
You-
then they just get them. I think
You
it's
know
funny.
it gets intense when the dog comes out.
Yeah. What would you guys do if you just got pulled over and a cop approaches your window, but then right behind him is just
Like a fat camera?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a fat camera guy holding them.
I'd be like, what is this? Am I getting pranked?
Dude, that's like the weird thing about cops is like they have to like ask those people for their permission to film them, like, or to use them in the episode. So
they're getting arrested and they're just like, yeah, you can put this on TV.
yeah, that's like so weird that you would get arrested for like beating your wife on cops, and they're like, can we use your face in this episode? And
Yeah,
they're like,
true.
oh yeah.
I kind of get it, because I feel like it would be shaming, you know, knowing like, oh hey, I just committed a felony crime and now I'm on TV looking like an idiot. But I don't know.
Do you think Chris Hansen asked people?
I don't know.
I think they have to. Like, how do you film? Like, how do you have their face on TV without their permission?
Well, a lot of episodes, like sometimes the faces are blurred.
Yeah, because those are probably the people that don't want to be in it.
Which, I mean, I can understand why they wouldn't. Like, that's pretty messed up.
That's what makes me think that's staged. Because to film all of that, him exposing the person, and then them getting arrested, but them being like, you can't use this, I won't. Oh, yeah, they do blur.
Yeah, they blur him out. But
mind.
see, my thing is like, you know, when you go, let's say like he goes to pull him over and the camera guy's already in the car, when they approach the guy, is he just like, cameraman, go away?
It's not as entertaining when the face is blurred, though.
Right, so
True.
Are they just like, all right, camera guy goes back to the car and now we like continue the traffic stop?
Yeah.
Or is it just like, oh, well, you don't want to be on TV, so have a nice day?
That one guy is just eating pizza the entire time, and he's like, do you want a slice, Chris? And he's like, no, let's talk about you.
Yeah, that was like one of the first ones where I was like, I feel like this is staged, but I feel like Cops isn't to an extent.
Like, I don't really feel bad that Cops got canceled.
Yeah.
Mainly because, other than the, you know, film crew, they're looking for a job now, but the cops still have a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of got screwed. I wonder, like, if you're one of the traffic stops that gets filmed, like, can you request to, like, be paid? You're like, hey, give me money. You're, like, filming me in my traffic stop and putting me on TV. I only want to do this if I get money. Oh, that was a bad voice. I only want to do it if I get money. So, like, can you just be like, yeah, I'll do it, but you got to pay me?
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. Like, have you seen the episodes of Cops where they, like, plant the bike? Or, like, they'll plant something to see if someone steals it?
They do that?
Yes, you've never seen those?
That's terrible.
That's
I
like,
didn't even know they do that.
I know for a fact I've seen this before. Like, they'll just have, like, a bike on, like, the side of the road or something so that people will, like, take it, and then they're like, hey, why are you stealing this bike? And then it's just a big camera crew.
That's like those terrible YouTubers who do pranks in the hood. Like, I left this brand new iPhone on a curb in the hood. Let's see what happens. Anyone would take that iPhone if it's just sitting there.
Right, like it's just sitting there. I mean, obviously you're gonna come up and take
Like,
it.
there's got to be, like, one
stuff.
person that walks by it, and it's like, oh, I'll just take this. And
Yeah.
Right, like, oh, an iPhone, I'm gonna sell it, you know. But then they're like, wait.
Those people are garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which Cops for a while I heard was bad because I've heard, like, a lot of, like, police stations, they get in trouble. They'll actually, like, call cops and, like, ask to be on the show so that they can, like, do good stuff on the show and, like, try to save face.
Oh God, I noticed a lot of, like, with Live PD at least, they're all in the same county.
Yeah.
Like, of whatever state they're in. So I wonder, like, because I mean, I feel like for legal issues, you have to send out like a message or like a letter saying our county has just been, like, I don't know if activated is the word, but we have been chosen to do Live PD. Like, if you get stopped, there's potential that you will, like, there will be a camera crew there. Like, I don't know.
Just like a street sign saying, hey, if you get pulled over, you will be filmed.
Like, imagine, like, jaywalking, bro, and you get stopped by Live PD.
I just think it's funny because you're used to just, like, a cop or two coming up on you for a normal traffic stop. But, like, then this whole TV crew comes up, and you're just like, how do you want me to act?
Yeah.
Like,
That just seems like a waste of money, though. Like, imagine following this cop around all day and nothing happens.
well, the best
besides-
part is there's so many times where they're chasing a guy and the cop and the camera crew running, but then on the camera you can see, like, another camera guy running, and then they just, like, fall because they're carrying this heavy equipment and they're running. It's just like, I can't keep up with them.
They're like, that's content. Let's put that in.
Right.
And now that poor cameraman is famous.
I wonder if the cops or, like, the police department get paid.
They have to. I feel like.
Yeah.
I bet they get a small cut.
Right. I mean, you would have to, because, but yeah, that A&E show, I swear, all they do is show, like, Live PD.
Yeah, the show's basically get a free star.
Yeah.
Well, essentially free. I bet they pay him something.
I barely watch TV as is now.
Yeah.
I mean, I only use
TV
it for,
is garbage.
It's
I don't use
mainly
it for,
like streaming services
yeah.
and video games.
I mean, like Netflix, Hulu, and all that is just so convenient.
Oh, it's so
Like,
nice.
or
Yeah.
like, I'll even go on YouTube. Like, I think it was like Victorious. They had all the episodes on YouTube in this playlist, and I'm like, well, before it came out on Netflix, but I'm like, why would I try looking for it on Nick and Night when I can just go to YouTube and watch these videos for free?
True.
I'm sure, like a couple of them are in Spanish, but you just put on, you just put on subtitles, and like you're good. It's nice.
I'll be watching Drake and Josh on Hulu all the time.
I don't understand why season 1 only has like 3 episodes on
Yeah,
there.
they got rid of the buggy episode.
Why?
I think they got rid of the baby episode.
Fat Josh is the best.
I miss Fat Josh.
He had a huge glow up, dude.
Yeah.
True.
He's looking great now.
Him from season 1 to the last season is such like a transformation, and Drake Bell is just the same.
That one scene where they're arguing about the foam finger, and he says, "I hope you go bald," and Drake said, "I hope they cancel Oprah."
We take that back.
That is one of the funniest lines of all
I just
time.
ran over Oprah.
My dad will laugh at this one scene from iCarly where they're trying to see who can bring in the most viewers for the show.
Yeah.
So Freddie and Spencer go out onto a highway and put watchicarly.com, but something happens and it says pee on Carl. That's funny.
I think some of my favorite conspiracy theories are the cartoon conspiracy theories, and there's that one that Spencer like kidnapped Carly when she was Megan with Jake and Josh and moved to Seattle and like brainwashed her.
Crazy Steve.
It's pretty like messed up, but I mean,
You ate my enchilada. What a great show.
What's the episode of iCarly where they're like trapped by the crazy fan and like Gibby has to come save them? That episode is so funny.
There's the one where Spencer has an ostrich in the elevator and he's holding a smoothie. You know what I'm gonna say? And they walk up and they see him in the elevator with this ostrich and a smoothie, and they said, "What do you got there?" And he's like, "A smoothie."
what's the name of that actor? What's his name?
Jerry Trainer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I just think it's crazy how he can go from Crazy Steve, where he's like, "Cock-a-doodle doo, the cow's his moo," or whatever, and then he's like a normal guy, but he still has goofy parts.
Yeah.
My favorite cameo is at the end of that one iCarly episode where Jake Bell like comes in through the back door. He's like, "What's up, Megan?" And then he's confused because he's on the wrong set.
He's like,
and
"Josh!"
just
and he runs out.
right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think my favorite line from Victorious is, I don't remember why, but they're like in a food truck or something, and like everybody's like screaming at him, and what's his name, Robbie
Yeah.
Glasses? I don't remember what he says, but he's like, "No, I'm not Andy Samberg."
Dude, Nickelodeon. I remember as a kid, something I always wanted to do was get picked to go into the Teen Choice Awards and get slimed.
I wanted
Dude,
to
or get the blimp. You can't tell me you didn't want a blimp on your shelf as a kid.
I wanted to get picked to be on that like brain game where you would just play that game. I forgot who was the host, but they would just have random kids just getting slimed all the time.
Yeah.
I want to know if those kids like predetermined or it's really just randomly picked.
I bet they go through auditions. I
Yeah.
don't think it's randomly picked.
Do you remember the Disney Channel games?
Yeah, where it was like the Olympics for Disney Channel.
They had like the different
green,
teams.
They had us
blue.
think they all stayed in the same tent.
Was Cartoon Network the hole in the wall? Was that
Hole-
Cartoon
yes.
The
Network?
hole in the wall was
Dude,
awesome.
that was hard.
Dude, what would happen? Destroy, build, destroy. Those are all good.
Did you ever watch The Other Siders?
No.
No.
What's that about?
I remember loving this show.
What show? What channel?
It was on Cartoon Network, and it was like teenagers that would go to like haunted places
Yes, I remember
and look
this.
for ghosts.
Yeah.
I was always struck on who had better cartoons, like animated cartoons.
I think
Cartoon Network or
Cartoon Network for sure.
Nickelodeon.
I think Cartoon
I
Network
loved
easily.
like Fairly Odd Parents though. Fetties! Like that shit is
Like-
so good.
I don't know, just old school Cartoon Network, Ed, and Eddie, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, when you get a lineup of like Codename, Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know though.
Teen Titans.
Because Nickelodeon
Teen
did
Titans
the,
is phenomenal.
Nickelodeon did the
Titans, go!
crossover.
They did a crossover?
Jimmy
Oh,
Timmy
yeah,
Power
they
Hour.
did.
That was good. It was weird seeing Timmy Turner in the Jimmy Neutron universe, though.
Like in 3D.
His teeth were so big, and his head was so large.
He looked like an actual hamster. He looked like the naked mole rat from Kim Possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yo, oh, what, Rufus?
Rufus,
Yep.
yes.
Rufus. Hey, Shigo, though.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Disney has like a lot of Spider-Man cartoons now.
Well,
That's
wasn't
what they
the
have going
original
for 'em.
animated series on Disney Channel? That was good.
Was
as a
that
kid.
on Disney?
I thought that was on Disney. It wasn't on Disney XD. I hated Disney XD, but
There's no way it was on Disney, right?
I can't remember if
I
it was
thought
on
it
Disney.
was. I thought it was like in the late hour.
I think if anything, it was on Cartoon Network.
Okay, so who had the best late night? Well, no.
Nickelodeon, of course.
Okay, well, yeah, like Adult Swim is completely different from daytime Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid watching Cartoon Network, and my dad and mom would be like, "Oh, it's Adult Swim," and they'd make me leave, but then they would stay in the living room and watch, and I would hide behind the door and watch Family Guy.
My parents didn't figure that out until maybe a year later, because they would just see the Futurama theme, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's a cartoon." Then all of a sudden they'd be like, "All right, you can't watch this."
Yeah. Nick at Night had what? The George Lopez.
That's all I remember is George Lopez.
Well, I know
That's a classic.
I know
Yeah.
they would show like leading up to like Nick and Night because it started at 10 or 9. They would show Drake and Josh, iCarly, all that, and then it'd get into like George Lopez.
Yeah. I don't know.
George Lopez, man, where's he been?
Mr. Electricity Dead and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Have you guys seen the meme where it's like Godzilla running through the city, but instead it's Mr. Electro. He's like peeking over the building, smiling. Dude, Shark Boy and Lava Girl was 10 out of 10 movie.
That is a really good movie. I think Spy Kids is iconic.
I love Spy Kids. Is 3 where they're in the video game,
Yep.
Game over.
and Junie has the Iron
The
Man
bad guy
suit.
was
I've always, like-
Sylvester Stallone. How did they do that?
I've always wanted to have like that suit.
Did
the suit
somebody
from the
ring the dingster? Remember that guy popping in when their whole family called?
Yeah.
I always thought Spy Kids 2 was the best one,
Which one is that?
where they go to the island and there's all like the weird.
The thumb people?
No,
Oh,
It's
is
The
that,
thumbs.
yeah,
that's the first
That was
one.
the first
that
one.
is the first one.
Yeah.
That's like the one where they have like all of like the weird animals.
I haven't seen.
Because he's
it.
got like
giant animals.
he's got like
for
the
some reason.
gorilla that has like the spider legs.
Is it on Netflix?
Probably.
I'm honestly waiting for
Might be.
Nickelodeon to come out with like a Nickelodeon Plus.
I don't think.
I'll
that's
probably
good.
watch it to watch Zoe 101.
I would watch Jamie Lynn
I was
Spears.
about to sing the theme song. I paused for a second.
I would watch all those shows. If they had all of the shows, even like the Amanda Show, I love the
Oh.
Amanda Show.
I remember watching the Amanda Show all the time. That's how Drake and Josh got their start.
Do you think
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes will ever make a comeback?
Dude, didn't she fall down bad?
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Bad.
I remember.
Big Fat Liar was good.
She got into drugs, right?
Oh
Or
yeah.
something like that.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's a shame, dude.
Yeah.
Judge Amanda, and she spoofs Judge Judy.
bet-
Amanda, please.
I bet it's really hard to be famous as a kid and not
Yeah.
go down that path.
The Olsen twins did it pretty well.
You get all.
So
this,
did the Sprouse twins. They
That's
went to
true.
college. They have degrees.
Except the ones on Riverdale.
You get all this
True.
money as a kid. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
Well, I don't even think they're allowed to touch the money till they're 18.
I'd probably
wild.
just
That's like a law.
spend the money on gummy bears and
Imagine
skins.
being 16, 17, where you have some sort of concept of money, and you have all this money in your account, but you can't touch it.
it's like a
Wow.
savings bond.
I would be pretty mad, dude. But then as soon as you turn 18, you're rich.
Could you imagine getting a savings bond now?
I have savings bond in my room.
I have
haven't
savings
cashed
bonds,
them.
but if I was given one now, I'd be like, why?
I don't understand why they go for so long. Like, I got mine when I was 4 or 5, and I can't cash it till like 2030 or something weird.
that's like
that.
That's insane.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the only way they can like.
Mature, right?
Make sure you're mature.
Yeah, that's like the only way you can get like the money back.
Is that the
Yeah.
only thing it is maturity?
Yeah, it takes time to mature. I mean, I think at one point you can cash it in, but it won't be for the full amount.
Yeah.
So it has time to like grow,
Yeah.
like an IRA.
Because it's
or
just
something.
basically a bond. All it is like the government
not an
wants
IRA,
money. Like the government needs money.
Yeah.
So you like buy the bond, and then when like because they started during the war. I think they started during the Civil War.
Well, yeah, they would give out bonds for people so they could pay them back, or they would wait.
Yeah,
Until
and then
they
they
get
could
the
get more
money.
money when
Yeah.
the like economy's fine. But I think it's the same. I think it's still the same premises now.
Which I think is weird because usually during war the economy booms.
Have you guys cashed one yet?
No, I can't. Well, I can, but I'd rather get $100 versus 70, 60. Even though it's like $30, but
I think I cashed one from First Communion, and the first thing I did was buy GTA 5.
that's a smart investment.
And now I'm about to buy it again.
And GTA
It's
5
free
is
on the
gonna be nice,
PS5.
but
It's gonna be free.
I found that out.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. Now we
Because
get to
it's
talk
been
about the PS5 reveal. I'm
it's
so
been
excited.
released like 50 times, GTA 5.
This is the third generation of consoles it'll be on.
Ooh.
It has now been 7 years since it came out. Yeah, and it'll be free on the PS5 is what I've heard.
I love that. That's what PS5 started with. Is just the reveal of GTA 5.
Dude, I can't even like in my head. Like I started watching the stream, and it's like the Rockstar logo first thing up. I was like, this is big.
Yeah.
It's,
The
it's Red Dead 2.
Are they gonna bring Red Dead 2 over?
I bet they might. How old's that game? 2 years? 1 year?
It came out
2018, right?
Well, it's
it
got an
came
online.
out after I graduated.
So it was 2018.
Well, the only reason they're bringing over GTA is because of the online.
Yeah.
But I think
is Red Dead Online big?
no.
No, I've never played it. I just
I've heard
You
it's
can't fly a hover bike and blow up other people.
yeah. You
But-
can ride a horse,
right.
Yeah.
You ride a horse and
but
rob a saloon.
like I can't even like pick like in my head the Rockstar logo comes up, and then I heard the voice in the beginning, and I was like, I think that's Michael. And then like they start showing like gameplay, and I'm like, holy crap, is this Grand Theft Auto? Because it was very obviously Grand Theft Auto, and then they show Michael, and I'm
We got a huge close up of Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but
What was your favorite part of the PS5 reveal?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was the game I'm most excited for,
It looked great.
but I think the console looks great, and the things that it's coming out with, like the headset looks awesome. The charging dock I think is coming with it, right?
I think so. That, the headset, like remote control, an actual
Oh,
media remote
yeah,
control.
that's kind of neat. Because I wonder if they'll have some way of like watching TV on it.
Yeah, I bet it's like an actual media center now.
Doesn't the Xbox? Can't you watch TV on that right now? The Xbox One.
I don't have an Xbox. Kobe?
What?
Can you watch Xbox on the TV?
Or TV on the Xbox?
Watch TV. They have a Charter Spectrum app, I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's just set with whatever provider you have. Like,
Okay.
I have Spectrum,
yeah,
and
that's
I'm
true.
able to use that on my phone, whatever. But, no, I mean, I'm not... As I get old, like, as times have come, I'm not the biggest fan of Xbox anymore. The PS5 looks way better.
I always thought the PS4 was better than the Xbox One.
What's the name
Oh,
of the new Xbox?
Xbox Series X.
Those look like bricks, like cinder bricks. Like you could lay a house just full of Xboxes and
Like,
build it
just
and live in it.
My personal opinion, anyone who thinks that the Xbox is better than PS4, it's only because your friends have Xbox.
That's true. Because there was definitely like a generation of people that went to the Xbox One because they had the Xbox 360.
And the
It's-
Xbox 360 is phenomenal.
It's
Yeah.
also undeniable that the Switch is better than the Xbox. in
But
every
the Switch is better in so many ways.
Both the Switch and the PS4 have better games, better exclusives, I should say.
I can't think of a good like game that's only on Xbox.
Used to be Halo till 2012.
Yeah,
What
no.
was
Now
one?
it's nothing.
Xbox exclusives kind of suck.
Yeah.
Well,
they
like
had Sonic.
We had to
That
give
wasn't
you
even
guys MLB The
exclusive.
Show.
Yeah, you did have to.
Or
give
share it.
you
That's
have
what
to
I'm
give
saying.
Xbox the show because they had no games.
Yeah.
And I don't like paying for membership.
Yeah.
$70 a year is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
that's so
On the Switch, it's like 20.
it should be free.
It should,
should
be
be free.
free.
It
It's an
costs
American
nothing.
console. Why can't they give it to us for free?
It costs nothing to
Not
host
even
those
us,
servers.
just the world. PS4 does it.
Even
Yeah.
like with the cross-platform, like that's not like those aren't Xbox held servers. I mean, those are like ran by the company of the game. So
Yeah.
Xbox is not paying for those servers anymore. They're just making so much money for nothing. Like that's just free money that they're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their console sucks.
I agree. It's loud.
Although I will say, I like. This is gonna sound really dumb. Microsoft Edge on the Xbox, I like that better than the PS4 internet browser. I can never use the PS4.
But like, how many times do you like? How much time is like? Oh, let me look something up on my game console.
I do it to watch illegal movies on illegal movie websites.
Okay, I do that.
Like, it's just so convenient because a lot of like older movies I swear aren't on Netflix or Hulu, so I just use that.
Even like the
I
new
just rent
movies.
them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of. For some reason, I just don't like Netflix original movies.
They're not.
Dude, they blew up at the Oscars.
Really?
The Irishman and Marriage Story got so many nominations. Yeah.
No, I'm just not a fan, except for Tiger King, but that's not even a movie.
I watched one episode and I couldn't get into it.
I was a huge Tiger King guy.
But
a month ago, 2 months ago.
How do you think the PS5 looks?
I think it looks perfect.
Looks
it's
awesome.
Chic. It's nice and smooth.
I thought it was very smart that they made a digital version.
I'm so excited for this. I'll probably get the digital edition.
I'm definitely getting the digital.
So what exactly is the digital version?
It just doesn't have
no
a
discs.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a CD drive.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
have to
that's
take
way
up
better.
space on
Discs are
anything in my room.
discs are kind of going out of style.
They should have gone on sale a while ago.
Sorry, GameStop.
I mean,
Yeah, what's GameStop gonna do, dude?
I've heard that they're making the switch to like retro games.
That? Oh, okay. I could vibe with that.
They could sell retro games for a lot more, too.
They could.
Yeah.
Because people are already doing that.
Yeah.
Retro games go for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And consoles, like if somebody wants to buy like a regular Super Nintendo, that's expensive.
It is.
Like, they're currently selling used games for about, what, $20, $30? They could sell used retro games for double that.
Yeah.
One thing I hate about GameStop is how when you exchange games, they give you like $2.
Yeah.
I remember one time I went in there with at least 15 games, Xbox 360 games. I just didn't play, didn't like them anymore. And I mean, they're old games. I didn't expect to get a lot, but I think I got like $10, $15. And I was like, this is robbery.
You get more selling them for like $3 at like in a yard sale.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'll sell them on Amazon or something. Like, just I don't know why they rob you.
Yeah.
One thing I loved though as a kid that GameStop didn't do this, but a lot of other game stores did. When my game was, I'm just voice cracking it up. I would go to those stores and have my disc that was scratched up and stuff. And I would put some goo on it and then run it through the spinner, and then it'd come out and it'd work. And I'm like, yes.
I think it might have been your mom that did this. I remember I was talking about a very scratched disc I had, and I think you told me your mom rubbed like a banana or something.
Dude, I have this
the
vivid memory in my head. I don't like this could just be something I just made up one day. But I think I remember one time like a movie wouldn't load because it was like so scratched, and I was like, Mom, like it won't work. I remember her putting peanut butter on it.
Peanut butter, that might have been it.
Peanut butter.
No, I was just like, it's like this thing where it's like I've never tried it myself. I've never like brought it up again. I just remember like there's just like this memory in the back of my head where I'm like, she put peanut butter on the disc and it worked.
Oh, it worked?
Yeah, it worked fine after that from my memory.
Although I do remember one time we went and I brought it home and it still didn't work, and we went up there really mad. It was like, fix my game.
I recently fixed up my GameCube. Yeah, my GameCube. I was thinking my Game Boy for some reason, and I bought a few games with it. I'm gonna give it to my brother
I
for
love the
a late
GameCube.
birthday present.
The GameCube was amazing.
I love
And
the GameCube.
one game he used to play was Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I think I played it for
The
about
Tasmanian
30
Devil.
seconds as a kid. But I bought the game twice, and both times it was destroyed. Yeah,
What,
that's
your
the
GameCube was destroyed.
No, the disc.
Oh,
Everything else worked, but you
yeah.
know.
The GameCube having two
Yeah.
memory card slots.
It's hard to
Revolution.
believe they went from the GameCube to the Switch.
I think it's hard. I think
Like, not one right after the other,
Yeah, I know
but
what you
it
mean.
the
evolved that
GameCube
way.
was revolutionary because they went from the N64 to the GameCube. So like
Yeah.
cartridges were a
Oh,
thing of the
yeah.
past at that point. It
But
was
then they
just-
used their own proprietary discs, which were small
I
and
hated
couldn't
those
hold
things.
like a lot of space.
They were like this big.
But now Nintendo's back to cartridges.
Which is also
which
a bad idea.
Yeah.
You think it's a bad idea?
Yeah, because those cartridges are so expensive to make.
I thought it
Yeah.
was really funny how they have like a flavor on them so kids don't put them in their mouth.
I have licked them
what?
before.
I have definitely licked it too.
A cartridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever licked like a Switch cartridge?
No.
After the podcast, we'll get you one.
Is that like give you some kind of buzz?
Oh, I'm about to go grab a Switch cartridge just so you could like taste it.
What's it taste like?
It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's a taste that kids don't like.
Yeah, the point of it is
It's
so
a
kids
taste
don't
that
like eat
no
them.
one should like.
I didn't realize they specifically did that. That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah. Can you imagine a kid trying to eat like a whole disc? like
they-
a whole.
And they
Game
just
disc.
open their mouth and it's in there. What if they put it in like perfectly like a disc screen? They just like they push it in slowly, and
Their
then they
head
push
would
a
look like a Ninja Turtle.
then they push a button and it spits back. out.
Yeah.
Nintendo is smart for that. I want to go to. Did you guys see they're making a Nintendo World
In like Japan, right?
in Japan and LA? I thought
Ooh.
near Disneyland.
Alright, it's cool they're making two because I heard about the Japan.
I feel like I would rather go to the Japan one.
Me too.
Not
But
only do you get to go out of the country, but you get to go to Nintendo World.
Just, I don't know. I like being able to go out of the country. I've only been out of the country once. But, I don't know. It's just like, if I'm going just for Nintendo World, which I obviously wouldn't be if I'm
Yeah.
going to
I
Japan,
would definitely go to Tokyo.
I would go to LA.
You would
If-
go to LA.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If I'm just going for Nintendo World.
There's everything right there too.
Yeah.
So you don't have. I bet it's a lot cheaper.
Everything.
If I'm going to
Disneyland.
Japan, though, I'm going to the Pokemon store.
Yeah.
And I'm spending a lot of money.
I wonder what the Pokemon are like in Pokemon Go over there. You think they give themselves more? Like they give themselves better ones? compared to-
I sure hope not.
I guarantee you they do. I guarantee if you go to Nintendo headquarters, it's just swarming. Like you
That'd
can't.
be really funny, actually.
Like you can't even see. They're just.
I haven't played
everywhere.
Pokemon Go in so long. I'm so upset.
There was one summer where I played it nonstop. Like it was go go go. You had to hatch those eggs.
I didn't get on the train. I
No?
was playing it for maybe a week.
I never played Pokemon Go until I went to college. They're everywhere.
College campuses are everywhere.
Wow.
There's so many gyms and instances and
And you can it's weird because like once you start playing, you can like see the people playing.
Mhm.
Like if
because
you
they're walking like this.
not even like
they're
you'll
just-
if you see like two people just standing still looking down at their phones, they're playing Pokemon Go. Like I've had times where like I'm standing still like just at the corner of something, and I'm like standing still just looking down at my phone, and a guy will walk up to me. He's like, "You playing Pokemon Go?" And I'm like,
They just approach you slowly, and you're like,
yeah. And he's like, add me. He's like, add me. He's like, we can trade. I was
"Want
like,
to
okay.
battle?"
It's really funny because last winter, you and I, two 18-year-olds, along with some mutual friends of us, drove around looking for Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like it's weird because like when you start playing Pokemon Go, that's like all you want to do.
You can't stop.
I just play on my Game Boy.
Yeah,
Fire Red is so good.
It's like
leaf green, dude.
the first like 2 weeks
We'll
of
talk about
Pokemon
that later.
Go is the most intense thing because you like every single time you're like I can walk, I can get a couple Pokemon on the way there. It's like you'll like risk your life like walking down the street just for like Chimchar.
You start jaywalking, just walk out in the street.
Yeah.
Start a huge crash like in the old cartoons.
When I played, there was a Chimchar event, like perfectly right when I was like in like the peak of me like loving Pokemon Go. It was a Chimchar event, and I walked like up and down the same street, bro. And there was like hundreds of people.
Chimchar's dope.
Just like they were like, I'm like, I remember walking with like a group of like 40-year-old like adults. Like we're all like just. I was like, you guys play Pokemon Go? They're like, yep. They're like, oh, shiny Chimchar over there. I was like,
honestly
no way.
brought the nation together.
Yeah.
At that point, when Pokemon goes, I think it was 2016. Great year, by the way. I think that's when the nation was together because everybody wanted to catch those Pokemon.
Yeah, probably.
What's our time?
We're at 45 minutes.
I just didn't know. Like
Yeah. We covered a lot.
we did. Weekly ended right at exactly 45.
We're ending?
I don't know. I was just saying, like, as soon as I asked, we were at that, like, so even mark.
Oh, I was saying, I wanted you to tell me the Sonic joke.
Oh, I watched Sonic the Hedgehog last night for the first
movie?
time. Yeah.
I didn't even. Okay, how was it?
All right. I'm 19, and watching the movie, I saw how it was mainly for children.
Was Dr. Eggman in it?
Yes,
Okay,
he was
good.
the main villain, played by Jim Carrey.
Does he look like an egg?
No,
Dr. Robotnik?
his robots
2
do.
out of 10.
Like, they call him Dr. Robotnik, but Sonic's the only one who calls him Eggman.
Because he's built like an egg.
But every
Scramble.
time Jim Carrey was on screen, I was laughing every single time. And there's one joke from the movie that I had to pause the movie because I thought it was so funny. I was watching it with some friends, and we just died. But Dr. Robotnik's he thinks he's up here. He thinks he's the smartest person in the world. And he's talking to the other main character, not Sonic. And he's like, I was doing this while you were spitting up formula. And the other main character goes, well, I was breastfed. Jim Carrey goes, wow, throw that in my orphan face.
God damn.
I did not expect that from that movie. It was just a complete right. I went left. A complete right turn.
So you're saying it was better than the Mario live action movie?
Absolutely.
That movie is
It's
amazing.
hor-
Pardon me?
I think,
Have you ever seen it?
I think,
I
it's,
have seen
I think
it.
it's horrible.
Wait, who played Luigi again? It was the guy who played Sid.
I think
The
it's
sloth?
Yes, the
Sid
sloth.
the Sloth.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
didn't know that.
Continental
I don't know
Dwarfs.
his name.
He was the best friend in Chef. I can't think of his name.
No, that
Chef's
movie
a
was
great movie.
If I saw him, I'd probably be like, "Oh, this is probably Luigi from the."
that movie was terrible.
No, when they're like
No,
in the
it was-
line and he's like, last name, he's like, Mario, or he's like first name, he's like Mario. He's like last name, Mario.
No.
Because like I guess they wanted to explain why they're called the Mario Brothers because he's like Mario, Luigi, Mario. That's like the funniest thing ever.
Wasn't Bowser a human, but he was guarded by Goombas who weren't human?
The Goombas are the most terrifying. Like I remember being a kid.
Weren't they just like Goomba heads in giant suits?
They were like
Yeah.
okay, so like
they were built funny.
Goombas are like in the game, they're like little tiny things, you
Yeah.
know, like you just like stomp on them. In the movie, they're like 8 feet
They were
tall.
like a bouncer at the club that you
Yeah.
just didn't want to mess with.
And Yoshi is like
A dragon, right? No, sorry, he's like a.
He's a dinosaur.
he's
Yeah.
kind of like a velociraptor, but it's like not like Yoshi's like very round. You know, like he's got like the round nose,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this thing is like
A full-on dinosaur.
It
Yeah.
looks like something from Jurassic Park.
yeah, like it was scary.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
But the
Mario
movie's
crossover.
phenomenal.
Here's my opinion on it. I feel like if we were born with it, like how we were born with Shark Boy and Lava Girl,
Yeah.
we'd have very strong feelings about it. Like how we do Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Well, what's a terrible movie that we think is great? Like, we can be honest with ourselves. Like, we know to the public eye it's
Oh,
mostly
gosh.
bad, but we love it.
Probably The Phantom Menace and the other Star Wars. Well, all except for Revenge of the Sith. That's a masterpiece. But
Yeah, it's
everyone
my
else hates the
favorite.
prequels. And us being, us growing up with them, we loved them. That was Star Wars to us.
Well,
Because
like,
we're, you know,
didn't
kids.
boomers grew up with the original series, right?
yeah, but those were good.
Yeah.
But-
But then there was that huge gap where, like, what did they grow up with? I mean, I guess they grew up watching the original trilogy because there's nothing else, but
Something in me, like, I thought about this. Were those movies really good? Or were they good because we were told they were good?
Star
love-
Wars?
Yeah.
I love
And then
Harrison
I watched
Ford.
them again, and yes, they are very
Yeah,
good
like-
movies.
Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, all those guys. I think Mark Hamill has the best Joker laugh. I mean,
Agreed.
that animated Joker laugh is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Mark Hamill is just a really funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Harrison Ford because I love the Indiana Jones movies.
They are good.
Yeah,
Well,
he has his own ranch in like Wyoming that he just keeps secluded to himself, which I think is funny.
I'll say this. I think the first Indiana Jones is very good.
Well, yeah, the second one is a little odd. The third one, The Last Crusade.
The third
is good.
one's the second best to me.
Yeah, third one's definitely the second best.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a big Indiana Jones kid.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen him. But
The Lego game was good too.
The only thing I remember from those games is you couldn't jump the snakes
Yeah.
as Indiana Jones,
It's because he was scared of snakes, bro.
but he's not touching them.
The best Lego game was Lego Star Wars.
I'd be
Yeah,
afraid to
inside.
jump over a snake.
I always played Lego Batman.
Lego Batman was good
Lego
too.
Batman was
You
fun.
said you'd be afraid to jump over a snake.
Yeah, because it could just, like, get you.
I would be afraid to be near a snake, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably, like, poop my pants. But,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because aren't you supposed to grab it by the head?
I'm not going anywhere near a snake.
Well, but I mean, think about it, though. You're trapped. Let's say you're walking in the jungle or something.
Then I'm dead.
Somehow you end up in the jungle, right? And you're on your way out, and there's a snake, and it's one of those big boa constrictors. How are you gonna get around it?
I'd avoid it until a tiger sneaks up behind me and rips my throat out.
Oh, okay. I said jungle. Okay, yeah, tigers
Gotcha.
are in the jungle. Okay, you did. But no, it's in the path.
All right, so it's just me and the snake.
Just you and the snake, and this thing's easily huge, 20 feet,
Then yeah, I'm going over it.
because it can like whip its head really quick and bite you.
Can it move that fast?
Yeah,
How fast can a python move?
snakes are fast, man.
I know like snakes are fast, but like, how fast are those huge ones?
I still don't understand how they slither so fast with their body, but
How do they
Does-
move?
I think I'm gonna assume that the muscles in their body do like a S, and they're just like
They're
shaking.
very bony.
They're
But how
just
does that, like-
shaking their hips.
Or how does that propel you forward?
I really don't know. It's honestly a weird myth that I have not a myth. It's a weird thing that I don't know. How snakes can just be that fast and bite you. I think it's weird how a lot of the big snakes, some of the big snakes, they aren't venomous. Like I think the big ones that wrap you around aren't venomous, so that's how they kill you.
Yeah.
They just choke you. Dude,
Yeah.
imagine you're stuck in a snake. That would,
Like Mowgli.
yeah. Oh my god, yes, Mowgli.
That'd be
I
terrifying.
love the jungle look.
So is my dad.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's up there. The Emperor's New Groove.
Would you rather be stuck in a snake constriction or stuck in quicksand?
Snake.
Really?
Oh wait, both are slow.
Right.
I just thought the animal would have
Is
been
quicksand
faster.
real?
No. It's like a movie phenomenon, but it's not real.
Okay.
Which
So
I-
are we talking about movie quicksand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're
So
swinging
it's-
across the pit and you just like.
So
fall
it's
and
would you
get stuck.
rather suffocate or slowly be eaten?
Well, okay. The boa constrictor, it'll like crush all your bones and stuff, but you're still alive. Like that thing is gonna eat you, and you're gonna be alive inside of it for a while.
Yeah.
Quicksand's like drowning, and I'm terrified of drowning.
Drowning is scary.
Drowning is
Yeah.
very scary. But no,
Whichever one's quicker.
Yeah, but
That's what
I
I'm going
feel
with.
like
Why they call
you
it
have
quicksand?
I feel like quicksand, if you can pull onto something and pull yourself out.
I hope you're proud of that one. I
What-
really
what'd
hope
you
you are.
say?
I said whichever one's quicker, and he looks at the camera and goes, "That's why they call it quicksand."
You corny. No,
Ugh.
just pull yourself out of the sand and you're good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're trapped, the snake would play games with you and tease you, and it'd bring its head close to you. And as soon as you reach for it, it'd pull it away and just treat you like a little puppet.
I don't know, man. I don't mess with snakes.
I
I don't mess with snakes. And I don't mess with chimpanzees.
I hate insects more. I'm like
Chimpanzees are terrifying, dude.
I'm terrified of insects.
Any insect?
I get pretty mad when I see a fly. I'm just like go away.
You must have hated Ant-Man.
Yeah. The reason I am is because as a kid, I was on my aunt's tire swing, and there was a bee in there, and when I sat down, it stung me on my right cheek. And ever since then, I hate all insects.
Butt cheek?
Yes, my butt cheek.
That's crazy.
And I just hate all insects, dude. I cried and I was so mad, and they just scare me. Like wasps, I will run for like a mile to get away from a wasp. Because they're so small,
I don't know, wasp is pretty fast.
they're so small you don't know if they're chasing you. You just keep looking back and you don't see it, but then you stop and then it's on you.
Yeah.
They're terrifying. What is so funny?
I don't.
That I'm scared of insects?
No, that you said they're so small you can't see them chasing.
You can't. Because you're running and then you turn around and it's just like they're just. Bzzz.
I don't know.
They're terrifying.
There are a lot of animals out there that are very terrifying.
But insects are the most terrifying. Next to jellyfish. There's jellyfish that are like this big that can kill you. Which I think is
true.
That's why I won't go to Australia.
I wanna check.
Australia is the one place in this world I probably won't go because they have so many things that can kill you.
I found out the other day that the pouches on kangaroos, they like lead into the insides of the kangaroo.
Wait, what?
I think I saw that TikTok where
look that
someone
up.
like opened the pouch.
So you're telling me
It's not like a pocket. It's not like
It's like the inside of their body.
yeah. It goes like it's like yeah. You can like see their like insides. I'm pretty sure. It was the grossest thing I'd ever seen, and it was kind of like childhood ruined.
Childhood ruin.
only female kangaroo have pouches which contain glands and hold their joeys until they're ready to leave the pouch.
Joey is such a cool name for a baby. Like not like an actual child's name, but like to call it.
Like look at pictures of it.
This article is from the Huff Post, and it says, "A mother roo often cleans her pouch with her tongue, licking away dirt and baby roo poo." I thought that was funny.
What's
You
roo
thought it
poo?
was funny because it said the word poo.
I thought it was funny because who calls their poop roo poo?
Kangaroos.
Oh. I just made that connection. So you want me to look at the inside of it?
See if there's like a picture of like inside the pouch.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so gross.
I always thought it was just like a.
baby could just crawl inside its mother.
How did they get back in?
Kangaroos are cool though. Like, look
Wait,
at
what?
this.
Like
Strange.
once they come out, if they want to get back in, would they have to like
Kangaroos have hands, don't they? They could just like.
just pull it open like a trash can?
I wouldn't
Jump in.
I would be afraid of
Like one of those trash cans under the sink where
you
you know
just
what I mean?
pull it out.
Yeah.
Apparently kangaroos are deadly
That
if you encounter one.
that kangaroo that had that dog in that chokehold and that guy punched it in the face.
Wasn't there a movie called Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
I've
like
seen
a
both
really long
versions
time ago.
of that movie.
It's awful. It's not even about like the kangaroo. It's like a crime drama. The kangaroo's only in it for like.
Well, I know the kangaroo
like-
has sunglasses. That's
The
what
kangaroo's
I
only in that for like 5 minutes.
The kangaroo had a boxing scene in
Well,
the
I mean,
cartoon version.
I feel like kangaroos are like natural good boxers.
Oh, I bet.
Like they should have Mike Tyson fight a kangaroo and see who wins.
Mike Tyson would kill a kangaroo.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Dude, what if the kangaroo just like he could hop? He could easily hop away from Mike Tyson's punch. Okay,
Yeah, Mike
sorry.
Tyson
let
will
me,
stay still until
Alright,
it strikes.
All right, maybe not boxing, but a kangaroo in like a MMA fight.
So, hang on.
Dude, its feet.
But
that kick.
a kangaroo doesn't know MMA.
But he knows how to attack. So one kick from the kangaroo, you're knocked out cold.
What if he breaks like an MMA rule? Do they like punish him?
But what I'm saying is, if somebody charges the kangaroo, it's just gonna like kick it and then it's done.
Hang on.
for.
Are you talking about, like, Conor McGregor
Okay.
is in the octagon
Yeah.
against a kangaroo?
The kangaroo's winning. Tell me how Conor McGregor is going to take a kangaroo to the ground. Do you know how big those things are?
Yeah, I guess you can take ground game out of it.
But MMA is ground game.
Yeah, but you just said you can't take it to the ground.
No, I think it's mixed martial arts.
I'm saying that
Good one.
Conor McGregor would not. I don't think he'd physically be able to take a kangaroo to the ground. Maybe he could, but I mean those things are pretty big. And if a kangaroo is fighting full force, it's going to be hard to get him to the ground.
I think he could probably, I don't know, maybe get it in a choke of some kind.
Well, now that we know that the pouch is connected to the inside, that's your weak spot.
What
That's
are we
what- that's
talking
what-
about?
That's what you have to go for.
Would it be against MMA rules to like reach inside?
Yeah, what if in the middle of the fight you're just like, yeah, and you reach in there and like, that'd be so gross.
Like
Imagine
a fatality?
Imagine putting your hand in there. Oh, God. It's gross.
I bet multiple people do it all the time.
Probably.
Yeah.
What time
This
are we at?
kangaroo sanctuary.
We are right over an hour.
What do we want to call it?
Call who?
I guess our conversation is over about kangaroos. So
Yeah, I guess we could end it on the kangaroo because
I'm sorry we ended like that.
It was pretty bizarre.
What do you think, Mr. Schaefer?
You brought us in, so you can send us out.
that was your weekly chirp. Chirped a couple kangaroos. Chirped the PS5. Chirped Spongebob. Chirped NASCAR.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter. What a garbage franchise. That was my chirp for Harry Potter because it sucks. It's so bad.
You're terrible.
Harry Potter's so good, dude.
Thank you for tuning in. I didn't plan an outro, so.
Should we redo the ending?
What?
I mean, it's just one take.
I know. I'm saying, should we redo that outro?
Well, I mean, we could probably just say it again, like
Well, yeah.
right now.
Thank you for watching. The video is going to end now.